Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. Now, as Americans, we're real proud of our justice system. And let's face it, trial by a jury sure beats being tried by a government official or, like in some countries, some religious nutcase. But there are some things happening that are doing our judicial system a lot of harm. It's like we've got termites eating away at the base. The first and worst of these is for-profit prisons. Like any other business, they are out to maximize profits. And you maximize profits by increasing the number of consumers. So they go out and they lobby for longer sentences for nonviolent crimes and mandatory minimums and 3 strikes laws and stuff like that. As a result, our prisons are severely overcrowded, and mostly with nonviolent, non-dangerous people who, if they spend enough time in that system, will come out maybe a little more violent and a little more dangerous. We, the United States, we've got one of the highest percentages of our population incarcerated in the world. I didn't put that well, but basically we've got a lot of people in prisons, even a lot more than in countries that we consider to be pretty repressive. And with all those people in prison, in jail, all the money's being spent on incarceration. So there's a lot less money for crime prevention and treatment, and even when you're in prison, you don't get much in the way of rehab. There's a simple, and also these private prisons have been known to bribe judges to send people their way. Now, there's an easy solution for this problem, and that is simply eliminate for-profit prisons. No private prisons. Each state and the feds and the locals are responsible for their own prisoners. And by the way, they should be banned from shipping prisoners out of state. You should stay in the state so that your family can visit you. With no profit motive, the states would really start looking for alternatives to incarceration. They would be motivated to keep the number of inmates down rather than to incarcerate more. And they might start spending money on things that actually help people and prevent crime. Another real serious problem is that prosecutors are judged by their conviction rate. And a lot of judges like to be seen as tough on crime, so they kind of ally themselves with the prosecution. Now, as officers of the court, prosecutors have a sworn responsibility to place the pursuit of justice over personal ambition. But we don't see a lot of that. These guys really like to get their convictions, and even when they know somebody's innocent, they fight like the devil to keep them keep their convictions from being overturned. And judges tend to get real nitpicky rather than looking at the needs of justice. Prosecutors often do things like suppress evidence that would and they'll zealously prosecute people that they know to be innocent, just looking to get a conviction. And there's a solution for that. First of all, we must make violations of judicial ethics felonies with severe prison time. Right. If you hide evidence from the defense that proves the client is innocent, then you should go to jail as a prosecutor. It should be a felony. It shouldn't just be where, oh, maybe they would have to resign, or or make an apology. No, they should go to jail. And second of all, we should eliminate what's called blanket immunity. Judges and prosecutors are shielded from civil lawsuits in everything they do. No. How about this? They are shielded from civil prosecution as long as they stay within the law. Break the law by taking a bribe or suppressing evidence that proves someone's innocent, and your personal fortune is at risk. Right? The prosecutors and judges should only be safe from civil litigation if they stay within the boundaries of the law. Then prosecutors might not be so zealous about their convictions if they knew that their personal fortune was at risk. And judges might take a lot more interest in making sure that justice is done rather than being tough on crime. And also, funding for public defenders should equal the funding of the prosecution. A system where innocence or guilt matters less than your ability to pay a lawyer is not a justice system. Thanks for listening.